You will not spend more than 12 o'clock by 2027. These were the words that came from the bottom of Elrufai some months ago. He said this on the national TV, and he said it with all assurance that things will happen in the coming weeks, and these are the things that will send him packing, because Tinubu will become so much unpopular in the north. You guys will understand that there have been very many attempts. The first was a coup, followed by that the American intervention, which made Nigeria become so demarketed. But today, the bandits, Fulani militias, the ISWAPs and the Boko Harams have suddenly regained their strength. So I want to ask, did Buhari really disrupt the bandits, or they just lay low because he is their brothers? Because whether we like it or not, Buhari and these bandits, it has been reported in so many cases that he imported them. Whether we like it or not, the bandits and Buhari share the same ethnic and religious bias. Fulanis, Islamic, extremist or fanatic, the same thing with the bandits. So could it be that these people were paid and then they agreed that, okay, for the next 8 years, yes, we might be attacking, but it will just be, some little form of attack? Because I want to believe that if Buhari are truly, there's absolutely nothing Nigerians cannot do. There's a lot of propaganda. Nigerians can have drama. Have you forgotten how Obasanjo in those days told us that Yaradua was still alive? They made a fake phone call. So at this stage, I would not find it impossible wherein these bandits lay low for their brother. And now that their brother is gone, and Tinubu wants to do a lot of things like restructuring, constitutional amendment, maybe they've seen that, they've perceived it, and this is why the attack has increased. A Brigadier General Abu was ambushed. General Abu was one hell of a thorn in the flesh to the bandits, to the militias, to these terrorists. He was ambushed when he was out there with his battalion. A general was arrested with they said they're on alive two. Two civilian JTF, and then they took him. They took him alive amidst battalion of soldiers. There's fire on the mountain. I repeat, there's fire on the mountain. For Tinubu, on the other hand, is this karma? Who knows? Because we know that when Jonathan was there, a lot happened to Jonathan. A lot of controversies, a lot of setup, a lot of political conspiracies and compromise. In fact, under Jonathan, we had a lot of abductions, 300 Chibok girls. Today, under Tinubu, we have had also similar abductions. The numbers are little, but there have been abductions. Pretty young girls, about 25 of them have been kidnapped in Kebbi. Of course, you know what they will use them for? As sex toys, unfortunately. Those that are Christians among them will be told to convert. If they fail to convert, they will be unalived. And they will be videoed. Okay? They will be videoed. Now, let us go back to Elrufai. Am I saying Elrufai is behind this? Absolutely not. But one thing is clear. There is a sabotage. There are names of people behind Insecurity that are in the high places in the north that are as Elrufai is. Oh yes, there are so many people in the north who are possibly, you know, allies to all these northern oligarchs, disgruntled oligarchs, and they have been able to what? Trigger the resurgence of the insurgents, because the attack has become one too many. It has become one too many. From what's it called? From Borno to Kebbi to Plateau to Kwara, Aba to Ilorin, then to Kogi. No, it is too coordinated and it is too coincidental. There is something brewing fishy, and Tinubu has the choice to make. He has a choice to make. Tinubu will decide on how he wants to direct the nation. You know, they have tried something. It worked for them under Jonathan, using insecurity to destabilize his government, using insecurity to dismantle whatever good intention he has. No matter the intentions Tinubu has, in terms of reforming the country, in terms of re-amending the constitution, that formula that worked with Jonathan, Tinubu is not allergic to it. Though. Tinubu is not excluded from it. Though. And as far as I'm concerned, the military manpower that we have, the police manpower that we have, they will never have the capacity to defeat this insecurity if our security architecture is not evolved, if it is not transformed, if we do not adopt the state police. Oh yes, I say it again, the Nigerian military that Tiwa Danjuma has said are conniving. Not my words, Tiwa Danjuma said it. The Nigerian police that Showore has called them all manner of names. In fact, Showore is calling them illegal police IGPs. These things, this insecurity, unfortunately, will not end if Nigeria fails to adopt the realistic solution. We need to bring in state police and community policing. And these are the things that some oligarchs in the north are against. These are the things some political dinosaurs in the north are against. These are the things some resource demons, exploiters are against. And they will do everything to fund, to push, to propagate insecurity. It is left for Tinubu to decide his fate. Because if he doesn't take action now where everything they hot, if Tinubu push state police and in the north they reject it, if Tinubu take it to the United Nations, if he takes it, based on this American issue, he begins to talk about it. He begins to push for restructuring. He begins to push for everything that will emancipate this country, wherein everybody who can secure themselves. If you know you want to avoid evil, let that evil only be contained within your four walls or the four cardinals of your state. If Lagos State want to abhor thugs, the thugs will only be existing in Lagos. Because they know if they creep into Ogun State, the Ogun State Police Department will mob them out. That is what we should have, and that is what must be obtainable in this country. In a situation whereby we will always hide under the hypocrisy of one Nigeria, then we have just one policing system. Okay? These are police that cannot even stop armed robbers. These are police that lack proactive measures to tackle insecurity in so many places. These are police that are not, caught incidents before they happen. In so many cases, people have questioned the police. In so many places. You look at the military now. A general was kidnapped. That general has no sophisticated means of communication. Now, WhatsApp, Baba, they go use. Baba, they do video for WhatsApp. He doesn't know if maybe those people he was calling are the real saboteurs. He doesn't. If Tinubu fails, the word of Elrufai will be fulfilled, which is very clear. Before 12 p.m. on election day, February 25, 2027, Tinubu would have been gone. The ball is in his court, not in my court, of course. The ball is in his court. Because when Obasanjo was there, there were so many others Obasanjo would give. Obasanjo would have said, go into that place and mop anything that is moving. Wipe it out, mop it out. It has taken Tinubu over for 24 to 48 hours. He has not said anything. Not a word. Tinubu must understand that he cannot be treating this northern, saboteurs with kid gloves. While I understand that he's seeking for votes, he's seeking for sympathy, he still wants to be able to secure 25% in some states. The life of Nigerians must stand tall and above his political agenda. Because his own political agenda will be the very means of his downfall. Because they know if you are too covetous, you are too focused on politics, they will derail him. They will begin to expose him as a man who lacks compassion for the North. And they do the same for the South. I am not here to advise Tinubu. I am not here to denigrate Elrufai. I'm only here to analyze the true fact of things. Nigeria must be restructured. And I saw something yesterday, someone posted it. That person said that a president that must change this country, bring in state police, take Nigeria back to the old glory days, that person must be able to confront the North. In that battle, such a person might lose his life. But most importantly, that person must have the Middle Belt and the South behind him. For me, I can see that Tinubu has the backings of the Middle Belt. The South, I think he has about 50 to 55%. Is it debt? Is that what Tinubu is afraid of? He can't even be touched. That I am sure of. Because if you take a look at Tinubu's formation surrounding the security sector, 9 kinsmen they deal. Now is the right time to take a look at this country, and we call for a what? A nationwide town hall meeting. Let us sit and ask ourselves, state police is the way. When state police happens, every manner of insecurity will begin to reduce. Yes. Because when I know that you want to bring Islamic extremism, Christianic extremism, immediately I write you. You don't listen, I pick you up. That's it. We cannot be waiting for the Nigerian Federal Police to come and be picking up a clergyman in my community who is preaching, extreme views of a particular religion. The Nigerian police force have better things to handle. But we know that the insecurity in the North today all began from preaching of extreme views, Islamic extreme views. If we have had the community policing, if that person pushing the extreme view is allowed in a particular state, if he wants to come to the South, they'll tell him no. I mean, look at what happened in Unilag. The Unilag, I think it was the school imam that said, no, this man should not come to Unilag. He shouldn't come. Haba, this man and his controversial, assertions, no, shouldn't come. Okay, and that is it, because he is an advocate of his school. He knows that this school is polarized. We have numbers of Christians just as the same way we have numbers of Muslims. So why should I now be entertaining a person that will come and pollute the minds of the Muslim youth, who will be telling them that anybody that does not wear niqab or whatever, if he gets raped, he is at fault? No. So that is how the state police, the community police, can curb every excesses of other people that believe they can do anyhow. There's no country where anyhowness is encouraged. There's no country. There's no country in this world whereby you'll be doing nonsense in another state and you export that nonsense to another state. No. There has to be a line that corrects every other transition. Yes, you don't just transit from tomfoolery to tomfoolery. No, that is not how a nation is built. You cannot tell me that because in the north alimentary system is encouraged, then they pack those alimentary children, they bring them to the south, and then they start roving around the street. That is absolutely nonsense. These things must be stopped. State police is what will actually bring all those things to normalcy. It will return the country back to normalcy exponentially. But again, like I said, if Tinubu fails because he's hypocritical, the words of Elrufai, unfortunately, will come to pass. That by February 25, he might be kicked out by the northern population.
All the aspect of the security, it might be necessary, instead of all these civilian, this matter of this, JT, they have civilian that, and I have to create state police. We are looking at that holistically. When we defeat security, it will be effective. We must protect our children, our people, and our livelihood, and places of worship and places of recreation. They can't intimidate us. On one hand, the forest guard is being empowered, and we empower them effectively. We put that. We defeat the fear of politicization by political differences that has prevented establishment of the state community policing in the past. And there should be other ways to really counter all of that. I can assure you, there's no thinking that we will be left out.
Definition of who is a Nigerian by version 25 of of Nigeria is not even clear for anybody. You know what? How bad it is? If your great grandfather has any affinity to Nigeria, you're a Nigerian person. The intention of that, for open-ended thing, the way they did it that way, just as somebody who is from what's it called? Chad from Niger can be president, can enter to Nigeria, right? This way we are. Don't come to say that by mistake, right? This way we are right now, and not be saying government is not aware for information where they want to get. The government is very, very wise to get information, but government is afraid to take any decisions because of certain primordial sentiment they have, because of certain interest, but they will not do anything about it. But that's why Tinubu have to come in. It's not a place of blaming anybody. Tinubu have to come in. People are being killed in Nigeria in a very merciless manner, like beyond what you see on newspaper, on news. No, it's far beyond that. It's far beyond that. It's far beyond that. In a town 2 days ago, in a town called Adiko, is it Adiko? Yes, in Benue State, near Otukpo, they went there, killed a lot of people. This is not in the news. You will not see it in the news in Nigeria. I'm just giving it for free, right? That's a community there. They kill people there. You will not hear it it's not in the news by mistake. Nobody talk about it. right? Because my friend who is from that side, right, reported it very well. And that's how it is. The pictures, the glare, I saw it very well, and everything that ransacked in the village, right? He may laugh and say, "Oh, this one, may God not let evil thing happen to you." That's my prayer for you. May God not let this thing happen to you. These things are happening every day in Nigeria. Like I said, my very close friend in Abiyokuta, his younger brother was kidnapped going to NYSC. One of my junior colleagues in this thing was going to got to buy in September this year. She have been kidnapped. Up to this moment, they have not released her. September this year, now they kidnap her. This is November, they have not released her till now. So don't think that these things are, they will know your face, they will know you are a Christian. No, it doesn't matter. So please don't laugh at it. It's a serious matter. I pray you don't get to these things. That's the honest truth. It's a very serious matter. Very, very serious matter. Thank you so much, Mazi. God bless you.
That's where you enter now.
Man, Mazi, we dey
Why
hear
don't I
you.
hear?
As they talk
Yeah,
say
you
Tinubu
go
dey
talk, Hannah.
play.
Just give me
No,
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Why back can hear me? Okay, why back cannot hear me? I want to give you your flowers. You meant me to go and look up to something. So I want to give. You can hear me, why back, right?
You went to go and check geotagging.
Yeah, I've checked it. No. Not everything you will know now. That
But the
Joe.
problem is that when you don't know something, you always
No, no,
pretend
no, no,
as
no,
if
no,
you
no, no.
know.